extra towels. I drip dry. She drip dry.
Welcome to the Drip Drive Podcast, where we let it all hang out. It's me, Faith Marie.
It's me, Maya Monet.
And I'm your girl, Jasmine Christine. Welcome back to a part 2 of the All Things Gender Role episode. If you tuned into part 1, yes, you know, it's here to stay. We're talking about all the things. We are going to continue that conversation. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Become a drippy, because we want you to be a drippy, okay? And we will see you guys in part 2. Let's get to it.
Coming up.
What do you think is a hill that you'll die on that you're like, no, this is a male's job? I don't care how you split it. I don't care what you dress it up as. This is a male role, and this is a woman's role. No matter what you say, this is it.
What I think a man's job would be is to take care of the car. If anything goes wrong with the car, if the car breaks down, personally with me, my mom always takes care of the cars. Yeah. My mom takes care of the cars. My dad holds a flashlight. Me personally,
at least he out there.
I ain't touching no fucking car. I am not putting oil. No. Actually, the other day I stopped at Quick Trip and my battery died because I have a hybrid now. So Elijah learned how to like unclip the battery and clip it back in, and it like works. But you have to like go in the trunk underneath all these things and do it. And I had to do it by myself, and I was pissed.
She was like, no.
To the highest.
I was mad. I FaceTimed Elijah and I was like, you motherfucker. And it's not his fault at all. Like it could have happened at any time, but it just happened when he wasn't with me, and he was in bed too, and that made it worse. I was like, you get your fucking ass up right now. Come all the way to St. Charles and freaking fix my car. I was so mad.
The car is
definitely
hard, like, I should not be touching that car at all.
Yeah, absolutely. Even if you have to like go pay somebody to do it because you won't do it either, which Elijah knows some things about cars but not everything, obviously. And he can figure it out. He'll get on YouTube, he'll try to figure it out first. But if you need to just take it to the shop, take it to the shop, baby. I can't.
Don't break it.
I cannot.
Shake it, don't break
cannot.
it.
I'll go through the car wash if you want me to, but I don't want to vacuum my car. You vacuum my car.
Oh Lord.
No. Can I vacuum my car? Have I done it? Yes. I don't want to.
So
that's your job.
Anything maintenance wise with the car, besides like, I'm assuming if you're by yourself and you need to pump gas, you'll pump gas.
Oh, absolutely. If I'm by myself, I'll pump gas. I will take the trash out of my car. I will do that. But like when I'm looking at my car and I'm like, it's hella dirty. Here, baby.
Now she did the mixing. She
Here,
like,
baby.
Clean this up.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
no, that's his thing. You do that, taking out the trash. There's very little times that I've taken out the trash, and it's only because my husband works nights. He's sleeping during the day. He's very good at taking it down the hill when it needs to be taken out. But like if we're just accumulating a lot of trash in the house, I will take it out to the dumpster. Don't like it, I will do it. But
you feel like
trash day, I will collect all the trash in the house, but you got to get it up out of the house.
Oh, see, we ain't there yet. Because right now we still in the dumpster, so it's just take the trash down to the dumpster. But
even then when I was in the apartment, Elijah, you taking that trash out.
Demonte usually does. I'll do it. Like, especially if I'm cleaning the house or I'm cleaning out the refrigerator. He'll let it sit there because they come and pick it up on certain days. They'll come get it from our door. So we'll just sit outside our door.
Nice.
And no, it's not nice because the squirrels rip the bags
open.
And them squirrels is thug squirrels, okay? And then it's trash everywhere, and so I'll just take, if I'm doing something or I'll just take it down there. But
do you feel like it's a male thing though?
I feel like it's a whoever get to it.
Okay.
Like for the most part, like I'll do it if I need to, but we got a mutual understanding that this is.
Or whoever's like walking out of the house next, you grab that trash and you take it down.
Yeah. Like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not necessarily you feel like it's a male thing. You think like just whoever it's conveniently for at the time.
But for the most part, it's you. I'm gonna help you out from time to time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help you out.
I'll assist.
Yeah.
If I see it needs to be done, and I know you at work and I'm at home and I'm not.
Yeah.
I'll help. but
So, but what? Okay, so what would your thing be like? I'm not
cleaning
touching
out
this.
the gutters.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not
Oh,
climbing
yeah.
up on no ladder. and
Something
cleaning
for a
out no
ladder.
gutters.
Absolutely not.
But that was in our house. That was the boy
It
choice.
was
At 5,
okay.
Thomas was up on that ladder. Thomas, get up there, clean out them gutters.
At 5. Okay.
At 5. He was up on-
5.
All right. At
Every
5.
day?
Well, damn.
No, just
Yeah.
when the gutters need to be cleaned.
Like once
he
a
was-
month or something.
Yeah,
like
but
that. Okay.
all of us, we out in that garage taking wheelbarrows down the one. And now that I think about it, with child labor laws, we probably should have
Child.
Nah.
At
Apple
5 on a ladder is crazy.
like
Yeah.
Wild.
cleaning out, redoing the
five?
whole garage like wheelbarrows.
That sounds like my mother.
like shovels. all
She'll
the
wake up on a
tools
random
and-
Saturday at like
At 5?
6 a.m.
It's
go.
12. It's 12 a.m.
Uh-huh.
1
Oh.
a.m.
Oh.
Oh,
It's
Lord.
nighttime.
All right.
Come on, kids, y'all almost done. Oh my God, he was so good for it.
But you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, everything that I deem like that should be a male job, I mean, trash is not. That's not a difficult task at all. So I really shouldn't say that that's just a man's job. It's just dirty and gross. And I'm a
don't
lady.
Mind, boys
Ew.
don't mind that.
Yeah.
lady.
So
Like,
that's
you
just
have
me
a
like wanting to be a lady and you take the trash out because it's stinky,
If
nasty,
I have a
gross.
vagina, I shouldn't have to do it.
But,
all
like,
the time.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, just
Because bacteria.
because well so I was going off of like what is hard, what is difficult. So like taking care of the car is hard for me. I would not even know where to start, where to find something. I could get on YouTube, I could probably figure it out for the most part, but I'm bound to fuck something up. Like that is just too difficult of a task for me. And I feel like as a slightly feminist woman, it's very hard for me to admit that, but it's true. Like I believe we do need men in this world, unfortunately. Sometimes we do need men. And taking care of the hard stuff is I feel like a male's job. So I would say like taking care of the yard work is a male's job, but I know a lot of women enjoy that.
Yeah, like gardening.
Yeah,
or pulling the
I am
weeds
not
or-
mama get
these
up there
thumbs
and
ain't green.
I don't mind doing that.
Oh yeah, no.
If I have like my headphones on.
If I had to do it, I could get out there and do it.
Like I'm into like home decor and making the house look
Yeah.
nice and landscaping. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me to get out.
I feel like a
there
lot of
and-
women like that
and
stuff.
get it
That is
done
not. I'm
just
not that
because
woman.
I'm a home decor person.
No heat.
But
Yeah.
I feel like a male's role or chore, if you will, that just like you can't convince me otherwise, is whatever home security, home safety. It is your job to make sure that
Yes.
this home
Yes.
is safe. So it's your job
Absolutely.
to make sure all the locks work. It's your job to make sure the smoke alarms work, the
Yeah.
fire extinguishers
Yeah.
are up to date and code. Anything that has to do with the safety of this home is your job. It is
Yeah.
not my job to do that.
I agree with that.
Like you can't convince me
100%.
otherwise.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could say.
That's a great one. I agree with that.
Never had that. So
What do you mean you never
it
had
wasn't
that?
a man that lived in my house. It just me and
There's
my
a man that
mom.
lives in your house right now.
Right, and I turned all the batteries around in the smoke detector. So if it's a
Oh
fire,
my
in there,
God.
we just
Demonte, we finna have a talk.
because they kept beeping. I refused to be.
The black
Yeah.
person with the beep.
Yeah.
The black person with the
I
beeping smoke
refuse.
alarm.
Oh my God! Especially working from home and always have to do like. meetings
Oh,
and stuff.
yeah.
It
In
was
the
one
back.
girl at a job that I worked at, a previous job, and everybody in the office they was like, you must have been on the phone with." You heard them smoke. Everybody knew.
I'm
like,
dead. That's funny.
Oh,
Her daddy still ain't changed the smoke detectors in there.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I turned them around, but the one in the
My
hall
dad
is
did that,
set
though.
up. Huh?
my dad did that though. I think I learned that from him. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
a big thing for him to make sure that the
Yeah.
home was safe. But I was also like, when I saw him do it, I was like, I shouldn't be doing that shit. Like even if I was
Yeah.
older or whatever, like obviously if you're a single woman, you live at home by
Yeah, you
yourself.
gotta
blah,
do
blah,
what you gotta
blah.
do.
But honestly, I still think my dad would be like,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take care of that
Yeah.
for you. But I just saw my dad doing it, and I was like, that ain't no shit a
Yeah.
woman should be doing.
Right.
Like, not unless she has to.
Right.
But
That's
I
the
agree.
main job, because
Elijah-
if an intruder comes in,
I'm finna be
people
looking at
say
you like,
Yeah.
what you
the
finna
man
do to
is supposed
protect us?
to jump up and he's supposed to
Yeah.
be
You
the protector.
absolutely-
He's supposed to be
Thank
the
you. That's
Yeah.
what I got
Me,
married
baby,
to you for,
I'm
to
jumping up
protect me.
first.
Yeah.
I'm behind the door.
Okay,
I'm
007.
Baby.
Yeah.
No, Elijah was, when we got our house, he was he jumped on it, got our security system, he got it installed, he was helping install it.
We
But
gotta
he-
tell that story about that time Elijah was finna
Chop our heads
Oh
off.
yeah.
he was finna unalive us. Because he thought we,
We were
intruders.
toast.
Oh, how about our mattress topper fell over in our laundry room? We have it like rolled up and tucked in a corner, and it fell over and made a noise. He grabbed that gun so fast and ran downstairs. I was like, bruh. He's like, oh, it was just a mattress topper, bruh.
So you was finna get
Chill
putting holes in
Ow, exactly.
reason.
Like,
So
calm
we got to
down.
deposit back because you
Jesus.
trigger happy.
Right.
Could you imagine? Because you trigger happy, we not getting our deposit back. Okay, cool. You
Okay, cool.
Yo,
Right then.
because I want my money back.
Going downstairs.
Shooting at the mattress topper.
And you gotta explain to people why you got bullet holes in your wall.
Somebody called the police.
I would
God,
be.
what happened?
So, 'cause we
I thought
just
it was
bought that topper
somebody.
too. That was
It
like a
was
$200 topper.
a
Excuse me. There's holes in my topper. What
Yeah,
is you doing?
I appreciate the sentiment, but damn, you really fucked up this time.
Jesus. I would be.
I appreciate you jumping up and all,
dying.
having my bag. but
Him
God
walking
damn.
back to the room and you laying in the bed like, what's going on? No, it was just a mattress topper.
I can see.
Could you imagine? You're in your bed and you hear him start shooting. You're like,
I
fuck,
can
there's
see
somebody
her.
down there.
I didn't know if he would actually shoot. But when I tell you, I snatched up Emiliana so fast because we heard the noise. He runs to the bedroom, and I was like, "Oh no, Emiliana, come here!" And I hold her, and then I just see him, and he runs down the stairs, and I'm like, "Bruh!"
You know who he got
Oh,
that
just a
from?
mattress topper.
You know who he got that from?
You talking about Andre?
Fucking Dre.
I was about to say Andre.
What? That's what
So
he
what you
did?
gonna do if they come in? You
Yeah.
already shot. You ain't.
Yeah,
He got that in his mind. Dre
he was
playing
Andre.
his-
He was Andre.
He
Yep.
was like, if I let my family get killed because I ain't pulled the trigger, that's why he got. It was Dre. It was Dre talking shit that would have saved y'all life eventually. So I don't know whether to thank
Eventually.
him or
Screaming.
if your mattress topper got shot up. Do you thank him or do you?
Right.
He was ready. He was ready. So I'm
was
cool
ready.
with it. He was ready. So I'm cool with
I'm
it.
so dead.
Oh yeah, safety though.
That's a big.
That ain't me, bro.
But I feel like there's not one woman's chore that I'm like only a woman should be doing
do,
that
except for
because
Kimberly.
it's so easy. Now, I think that women should probably clean the bathrooms because we're more meticulous. There are men that can be meticulous.
They should still be meticulous. You should
We have
know
two
how to.
separate
clean.
I agree. That's
The
me making
bathroom.
excuses. See, it's
'Cause
hard
that's
for me to
nasty.
like not make excuses, but like I just know Elijah would not clean the bathroom the way I would clean the bathroom,
You would go behind him,
and
But
that's not helping
It's
me.
because we
Right,
don't
show
have.
link.
They don't have the parts that we had. They don't understand. We need things to be cleaned a certain way.
Right.
You ain't got all the. You don't all
Like
all the things.
But
that
I
we
want
have
the
as a
help.
DV and-
I want the help. He just doesn't. He's just so nonchalant
surface clean.
about
They
about
don't
deep
cleaning,
clean.
laundry.
surface clean.
It's just not like he
mama-
could do laundry. He can throw stuff in, but he's not going to separate it out. He's not going to make
Oh,
sure
y'all
things.
still separate?
My mama used to call.
I
it nice
separate
nasty.
like colors and whites.
Oh, okay.
No,
I
just
do
like there's
black.
colors and there's whites.
I do blacks. I do colors and then white.
And then I'll do like
no, I'm not
I
doing
will
that.
wash
But I
all the
wear all
towels
black.
together
Whites.
because I don't like dirty kitchen towels being washed with
With
my
your-
clothing.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
yeah. And like I don't
Or
want
bathroom
Emiliana to break out or
towels,
anything.
then-
Yeah, like
Yeah, I'll
I
do all the
separate like
towels
my
together.
towels and stuff, but usually all my towels are white. So like that's just
I
the
don't know
whites.
How you live
And then
like that? But okay.
what the separating?
No, white
towels.
towels.
Oh
That's
my
what she
God.
said.
Oh,
Your towels
it's
are
not
white in the
lovely,
house.
but I really like the look of
I
them.
like aesthetically pleasing.
They're
When I do my
aesthetically
house, they'll
pleasing.
be all gray.
Maintenance,
Yeah.
Okay. Gray. I like
It'll
gray.
be all gray.
I like gray.
I like gray.
My
That's
mom used
cool.
to call it nice nasty. She's like,
Nice
"That's
nasty.
your nice nasty ass." When you like surface clean with your, or you like tidy
Yeah,
up, but
it's like
underneath,
you're organizing, but you're not.
underneath is
clean.
dirty as
Yeah.
fuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you like what?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah,
That's
for
Elijah.
sure.
Very much
clean-
like surface. Like
What did you
very
clean?
surface. Yeah.
But you're right. I just thought about that. I can't think of a chore that I'm like, this is the
Yeah.
only
It's too
women
hard.
need to be doing this.
Yeah, because it's not hard. It's
Breastfeeding
not
and giving
hard.
birth. That's all that you can't.
That's
do.
Because
about
they
it. But that's not-
physically
Can't
can't,
do
do
it. Right.
That's
it.
it. Those are the only
We can
exceptions.
physically do things. That's why you see more women like firefighters and bodybuilders and blah blah blah.
Police
Because women
officers.
can do it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
women can do those things. We just don't want to. We shouldn't have to if we don't want to.
If we don't want to, the
If we don't
freedom of
want to,
choice.
if that is not something I desire to be or do, we shouldn't have to do it.
The
That
freedom of
is the
choice.
point of a man.
What it is to be a woman, the freedom of choice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with it.
I got the right to choose.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't think
Staple.
of any.
And if you love me
single
enough, you will
thing.
let me choose to not do it. And you do it.
Picking the right man that will let you not do the shit you don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I'm gonna stick beside him.
Only
I'm
thing I can
stick
think of that
beside
would
it.
maybe come close to it is like if you need to call someone and give that like comforting, not comforting, that's not the right word. If you need to give that like
Words of encouragement.
like that like customer service voice. Usually men don't have that. So
They
like
sure
if it's
don't,
like
'cause I feel
okay,
like-
there's something wrong with this bill, like I need you to call and like
Figure
Oh,
it
yeah.
out.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
be like
They don't
"Hi,
ask
I'm
the
just
right
trying to call
questions.
in."
Yeah.
Yeah, or okay, no, I have one. Medical. Medical things. Knowing prescriptions, knowing medical history.
The questions to
Men-
ask.
I'm sorry, but men just don't
That's a good one.
men
That's
don't
a
get
good
to
one.
that. So going to
Yeah.
doctor's appointments and knowing like, okay, no, she took this medicine at this time. His family history.
Yeah.
Like his side of the family does have high
Most
blood
men don't
pressure.
pay attention to the stuff
No,
like that.
they don't pay attention
If
to
they're
any of
not
that.
dying at the
So,
moment,
Yeah.
they don't care.
I feel like definitely when it comes to medical.
Yeah,
If I cough
agree.
and I feel it, what's that? If I wake up and I feel something in my rib cage, that's not right. Let me Google it. Hold on.
Yeah, medical.
Yeah.
If I need to call the doctor.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's a woman's thing.
Yeah.
Something about the way we remember things and associating it with you need to do X, Y, and Z for your health.
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely a woman's.
It's
Yeah.
our genetic make, but some people go back to like where we started in the very beginning of the conversation. Gender roles, like people feel like women are genetically made to worry about those types of things. We're worried about nurturing and your well-being.
But most
and
doctors
your
are
health.
men. Make it
and
make
your-
sense.
That's true. There are a lot of
Most
men
doctors
That's
aren't
because
and
women
nurses
couldn't
and-
couldn't
Yeah.
go to school for that.
Right.
Women
Most,
couldn't do
most,
Facts.
oh, I'm glad you said that because you brought me back to the same another topic when you was like most now there are a lot of men that are chefs. I'm glad you said that, but that I was gonna say it's crazy because back in the day, like women cooked in their home, but
You
women
weren't
to be a
allowed.
chef.
You
Like,
weren't allowed to
make-
go to
like,
school and do
yeah.
stuff
how
like
is
that.
Like what? How?
Yeah.
Speaking of
weird.
doctors,
That's why we
I-
still
It's just
have to worry about
weird.
that now.
Yeah, it's like
It's so
I
annoying.
can cook all day at home, but I can't go to school to
Yeah.
become a culinary.
Yeah.
Like, it's just weird.
Yeah, it is.
People are special.
When we were talking about doctors, I was also thinking like, but I would never want a male gynecologist.
Never.
never.
If your body can't do what my body does, do not touch it.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
would never
you can't
want
go through what I
male.
go
But
through,
there
Who are you to tell
some.
me?
There are some good, and there are some
There
good
are
ones.
some.
Some,
I've never had one.
I'm just not like
But-
Dr.
I don't wanna find out.
Selassie, He did
Alright.
that one who did my second surgery. He was awesome. He was
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
But that's a specialty. So
It is.
he
It's different,
that's
yeah.
different. That's a
like
specialty. That's not
surgical
like a
specialty for ovaries and
Mhm.
yeah.
like he was awesome, but just as like a man, like you telling me how my body should feel when I'm giving, because you read a book. I don't know.
Nah.
If your body ain't never did this before, or can't do this, or you've never menstruated, or you don't
know what that feels
Yeah.
like.
No.
So it's hard for
you
you
never
to
had to go to work
sympathize.
and then go to school and to become a doctor, and you and meanwhile if you've never had to go through that, no,
It's hard for you to sympathize.
you can't tell
with
me.
that.
Can't nobody tell me
Right.
nothing. They can't tell me nothing.
I'm screaming.
I got the horses in the
Yeah.
back.
I definitely agree. I concur.
I concur.
I concur with you.
Yeah.
But
You never answered your gender roles in your house. How that went.
I had a lot of houses, a lot of different situations. I don't know how.
But like for the main,
Hey, want me to break this
so like, how were you
With your
different than
sibling?
what your brothers did? Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Thomas had to like cut the grass, take out the trash, clean the gutters.
You never had to do that stuff.
No.
Okay.
We never did that. We never. I maybe did like maybe once or twice, but either Tim did it or Thomas. For the most
Okay.
part, Thomas did it. Like it wasn't. Of course, Timmy didn't have to do anything because he
The
was
youngest,
baby.
He was
He
the
just
baby.
running
don't.
around in his little Spider-Man or SpongeBob drawers, making us watch whatever
I
he want to watch.
do TJ like that. I ain't gonna do him like that.
We had to watch SpongeBob all day because we only had one TV in the house. So, whole family sitting
I always had
there.
to do whatever the youngest did or wanted.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty much. And like we watched, but I will say that it was different because when we watched dishes, like they had us watch dishes together. Like Deja, you wash, Maya, you dry, Thomas, you put away. Like we had
It wasn't a specific
Yeah.
one child do
just that.
that one thing.
Yeah, Deja had to mop. She had much sort of like she would do chores. For the most part, my mom did them because for a long time she was home. Like after she had when she had me, she stayed home, and then when she had my brother, she stayed home till he was 10 months. And she was a partner that knows you because she was not happy about it. But she's like, I quit. Yeah, I quit. And then when she went back to work, I was like, what the fuck is this? What is this? What is going on?
This is not what I signed up for.
Okay. We had a nice little thing going on here. Now you want to ruin it?
Right. That's like, it's giving like when your mom doesn't answer your phone call. Who could you possibly
Be talking
to?
that you
What
would not stop that call to answer my phone.
facts? Or what could you possibly be doing that it's not important to answer my phone call right now?
Me.
It-
Of all
Honestly,
people.
there's nothing.
Absolutely
There's
nothing,
nothing-
on this earth unless you is
If it's
dead.
my brother,
You better, be
tell
talking
him
to
to hold.
Jesus on the
Yeah,
other
that's
line.
right. That's right.
Hey,
And
when
if
I
you
call-
talking to Jesus, conference me
Pick
in.
up the phone.
Right, conference me.
If you on the phone with Jesus, conference me in, because I got some stuff I want to say. Excuse me, Lord. Can I get that?
Sky Daddy, I need help.
Sky Daddy. So, what is did your gender roles change now that you are one older and two, you were the only sibling in the house now, and you're a working
Adult.
adult?
Child.
Well, I meant like
Child.
to them,
Yeah,
to,
that's
like
what-
their
that's like
child.
adult child,
That's what I
'cause
meant.
Your parents
I
will
keep
always
pointing
see-
up to
I
Sky
don't
Daddy.
know- I
No,
don't
her
know-
parents.
I don't know if I would say anything changed as far as just I knew things changed a little bit when my brother went off to school because then I had to pick up a little bit more on things, but my dad would still like take out the trash like all the way to the dumpster and stuff like that. But I just picked up a few more chores than normal. But even when I started going to school, I still lived at home as far as like when I went to cosmetology school, still lived at home. I would say more so as an adult living at home. It wasn't a chore, if you will. It was you're an adult and you live in this house too.
So let's act accordingly.
Do what you can to help out, that kind of thing. But it wasn't like
You need to do this and you need to do that, and
on Wednesdays you do this
Yeah.
and Tuesdays
Like, you
it
grown,
wasn't like
pick it
that.
up.
It was just you're grown. Pretend like you were away at college. What would you be doing normally?
Or you
because
had a
obviously
house
I didn't have like room and board, and I was somewhere else where they were paying for that. So it was like, what you can do to help out is do this, because they were paying for school for me. So But it definitely wasn't a specific role or anything like that. It was just, you're an adult now. If you were away, we're teaching you these would be the things that you would have to do on your own anyways if you were in a dorm. So yeah, I didn't go back into a specific role, if you will, until I got married. And when I moved out, that was like, okay, now I have a particular role based off of what we agreed upon, and you know what works for us or what we can do and can't do, because my ex-husband didn't know how to cook. So if he did cook, we were gonna have something out of a box or something that was put in the oven, but it wasn't anything made from scratch pizza and stuff like that.
A pizza roll.
So that's why those didn't even come into play until I got married. Other than that, then, but even now, I'm still doing everything. So like even though I want the safety part and like somebody taking care, that still falls on me.
Yeah. For London.
Yeah. I mean, like, I live with my parents now, but still the safety of my daughter is of my concern and my responsibility. So those other things still make me be like, okay, is this up to par? Is the, Ring camera working? Because when she gets off the school bus, I need to be able to see her. So all of those things that I would say if I was married would be my husband's job is still my job at this moment until I get a husband.
You making me think, because it's very much the opposite. Devontae will go to sleep and leave all the doors open. He won't put the guard on the door. And I'm like, what the actual, like,
oh no,
DeMonte, count your days.
Yeah,
I'm on your ass.
It's just like he
Come on,
used to living in the city, and if he ain't living in the city and he heard gunshots, in his mind it say it ain't.
No.
Me, no.
I told you our car got broke into twice. Took the garage door opened the damn garage.
Yeah.
And came back.
Oh, when I tell you, my daddy was pissed. And I was wondering too, because, and the only way, side tangent,
was your car outside?
My car was outside, and my dad's car was inside.
In the garage.
They got into my car, but not like they broke into my car, but they didn't like bust a window or anything. I left my car door unlocked, unfortunately. But they got into my car, went through my shit, found the garage door opener, opened the garage, went through my dad's car. I didn't even know any of that happened, only because that same morning, either London's grandma was dropping something off or she was coming to pick up London, something like that. And so she came through the garage and opened the garage door, or like knocked on it, something like that, and was like, hey, here's her stuff, or was getting her something like that. And it didn't dawn on me till about an hour later that I was like, how did she get through the garage? I didn't open the garage. So I go out and I'm like, why was it already open? Then I
left it open,
and I was getting ready to leave anyways to like go somewhere. So I'm going to get to my car, and I open the car door, and everything from my glove compartment was out everywhere in my seat. And I was like, fuck. So I ran in the house, and I'm telling my dad, I'm like, Dad, I know somebody got in my car. And I'm like, it like literally he could see it on my face, and he was like, what? And I was like, they had to have gotten the garage door opener because the garage was open when London's grandma came here. I've only seen my dad mad, like really mad, 2 times in my life.
When he lost his wallet that one time.
Okay, so maybe 3 times. So he goes out, and as I'm passing his car, I look in his car, and all his shit's out too. And I was like, these bitches got in
my gosh.
both cars.
Yeah. Question. Did they leave both garage door openers? Did they leave the garage door opener? Or did they take it with them?
I think they did take one of them. And that's why we ended up getting
the thing.
Yeah, so that's why we ended up getting another one. But his was still in his car. So we ended up getting new ones for the garage door opener. But oh my God, the fact of them knowing like we were asleep, they opened our garage, they got in the car, we heard nothing. When it comes to gender roles, I would say this part in not just dating, but like marriage, when it comes to finances, if you're on a date, or maybe it's not a date, so if you're dating, obviously the relationship part, but even when you're married and you guys go to dinner, is it a gender role on who actually pulls out their wallet and pays for the dinner?
Maybe
Because I
back
feel
in the
like
day it
majority
used
of the
to.
world thinks,
That the
because I will
man
even
should
notice
pay.
this when you're at the restaurant, the waiter
Waiter
or
hands
waitress
the
will
check to
hand
the
the
meal.
male the check.
I noticed they usually just sit it on the table, like,
Oh,
sit
they
it
always
on
hand it to
Yeah,
Elijah.
they still
But I
do
feel like
that. Yes, they
Elijah
still
takes
doing that.
pride in that. So
Mm-hmm.
we have the same bank account, bro. My card has your money on it, and your card has my money on it.
this
We
land
is the
your
same.
Land, this land is my
But
land.
for some reason, him being the one to pull out his wallet, it's a thing for him. We gonna let him be great.
Okay, dude, you got it.
Do what you need to do.
Do
Let
what
them
you gotta
think
do.
whatever they want to think. Yep, do what you gotta
Do what you gotta
do.
do. That's a staple.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay, baby, that's all you. You can pay for my dinner. Thank you so much, boo boo.
But if he said, "Can you pull out your wallet and
I would do it. Sometimes
But you
he does.
wouldn't-
Like, he's like, babe, I'm holding the baby and my wallet's all the way in my back pocket. Can you just pay for it really quick? And, like, I'll use my Apple Pay or whatever. Or I'll grab my wallet really quick and do it.
do it.
It's not a big deal. Yeah.
when you're married?"
When
Would
we
it
were
be a
married,
big
yeah.
deal if
When
you were
we were
dating?
just dating,
Oh, yeah, when y'all didn't share a bank account. Ooh,
so that was definitely, like,
with a large amount.
at the beginning of our relationship, it was he took care of everything, and he took pride in that. Still, he was like, "I want to do this
He
for
wanted- he
you.
wanted
This
to
is
show
how
you
I
he
was
was
taught."
You never had to make it a like we talk about this and
We did eventually when we got comfortable enough with each other and we were dating long enough. It was like, okay, like I started feeling awkward about it. I think it started with me, where he was paying for
Too much. You
everything,
felt like
and
it was too
it was
much.
way too much. And I was like, we're going on dates like multiple times a week now. We're going to the movies and dinner. Like,
to show you he can
I was like,
provide,
well,
baby.
hey,
He
if you
got
don't
it.
mind, like, I'll buy the movies and the snacks
you get
if
the
you
next
want to
thing.
buy dinner. Or and so it started off like that,
And
just
that
like
was your way of
slowly
showing I could be a good
sneaking
partner.
in there.
I got you, baby. I got your back.
And then it was like, okay, you got this? Yeah, I got that if you got this.
boom.
So then
Partner
it was,
teamwork.
it was like that. And then when we got married, it was just like we putting it all together. It's all
one big melting
yeah.
pot. It's my money.
It wasn't
it's your
even a
money, it's
question.
his money. Let's put all the money in
Yeah.
a pot and split it. If you ever seen Grown Ups, you know exactly what I'm talking about. David Spade.
But yeah, so that's how that went. What you think? What you thinking?
I don't know. It kind of makes me think about like how people are saying relationships, if 50-50 is a good idea or if it's not a good idea. And I feel like that plays into gender role because it depends on what you believe in your relationship that you
Oh, for
want,
sure.
what their gender role is financially as in 50-50. And I feel like in a relationship that I don't want to be a 50-50 role.
50-50 girl anymore.
No.
You're not in that click.
No. I'm not in a 50-50 era
Yeah, soft girl
relationship.
era,
Like with finances only.
I guess specifically talking about finances. And the only reason why I say that is because probably two things. One, I'm already doing it on my own.
Yeah.
So if I get into a relationship
I need to know
and
you
I
got it.
still have to do my portion on my own,
What's
what
the point?
exactly am I
Yeah.
in this relationship for with you?
we
Because
just
if the
cuddle
point
buddies.
exactly, so
We
if
just
that's
cuddle
the
buddies.
point of us just being able to have sex, I can do that without being in a relationship with you
But then
and
a part of
moving
your,
in with you and stuff like
part
that.
of your heart wants that exclusive.
I do, but if it doesn't come with other things with you helping me, there's no point of me being in the relationship and
Yeah.
taking on that extra mental load of making sure that somebody else is, taken care of and, I'm nurturing the relationship and all of that. I don't want to have that extra mental load if I'm still having to do everything else for myself 50-50. There's no point that I'm putting on extra weight for myself for no reason at all. So that's why
they're
when
not
people say that, I'm
contributing,
like,
yeah.
I don't want a 50-50 relationship financially. I would prefer honestly an 80-20 financial
Goddamn.
relationship.
Not a 60-40, you want an 80-20.
80-20, only because if you're able to provide 80% of the financial care that I need, that takes off, in my opinion, at least 40% of my mental load that I can now give to you emotionally, physically, caring for you, putting forth the effort to do other things than, in my mind, worry about I still have to provide all of this financial responsibility for myself and do everything else that I just mentioned, emotionally, physically. You know what I'm saying?
I would say that's how
you expected him to do the same thing.
I'm not expecting him, as far as what I'm doing that he's not doing, I would say more emotionally. Men aren't as in tune as women are. So as far as me sitting there rubbing your head and let me give you that spooning opportunity and that part, I don't feel like their mind is like, let me provide that. Where we're like, I want to provide that. It gives me happiness to.
So I guess it also depends on your love language.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's a part of my love language for sure. And I'm like, if I can tap into that, and you can provide the financial part and take that burden off of me, oh, this is perfect. But I'm also not saying I need him to provide 100% financially for me, only because I have a kid. So at some point, that's still my responsibility.
That's
so
why
that's
I'm
why I'm feeling like,
because your kid is a good 20%
she's gonna
by herself,
exactly.
and you're 20% by yourself.
I
so
want
that's
you
40%.
to provide for me. I will take care of my kid.
But a man that's marrying you is marrying your child too. Y'all package deal.
Correct.
So if he take care of you, he
I
gonna take care of her.
Still think
that there's certain things.
He better take care of her.
But that's like saying Faith's dad is only gonna do certain things to let her mom do the rest. No, that's her dad. He's gonna do it all. Like that's like saying in the case of that, like.
But it's kind of different with them when he would be coming in with London already older. Mom already does everything for me.
I still want him to help out, but I do feel like he doesn't, especially just
he's not obligated to. It's not an obligation.
Especially a dating scenario. Like if we got married and she really felt like, oh my God, like I do feel like this guy is my dad now. Then that becomes a little bit more different, because then it's just like whatever finances we have in the household takes care of our children. But especially in a dating relationship wise, I would rather focus my money on I can take care of my kid, take care of me. Yeah. Take care of nurturing and providing and doing those things as far as when we go out and we're at a restaurant or we're going on a vacation or something like that. Provide those things. Everything else that has to deal with emotional and support, I can help with that. Yeah. I can bring that to the table and offer something that gives you more of a piece. But if I have to still do the providing financially, the working extra hard just so I have enough money to take care of me, my daughter, and pay for myself to go on dates and stuff like that with you.
Who paying for? That's what you mean when you say that? Paying for dates and all of that?
That's 50-50. Because if I go on a date, I'm taking myself on the date at that point.
No, 50-50 could be you pay this time, he pay next time. That's people consider.
So then I'm still 50-50. Taking you on a date at some point,
right? But I'm taking me on a date, and I'm taking you on a date. We doing it together as a team.
But that's still 50-50. That's still, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. That's just not the relationship I'm in.
You want him to take you all the time, like he just pay all the time.
Yeah,
I wouldn't feel right.
That's how that's kind of how it started with me and Elijah. I just didn't
like, okay, I'm taking advantage of you. Like I'm doing too much. Like, okay, well, let me do something. Let me put gas. Let me do something. Like I would feel like, because at some point, even though I say you're my soulmate, or I say we're gonna spend the rest of our lives together, if we don't work out, in the back of my mind, you're gonna always be able to say, I did everything for that. I took her. Like, no,
so I guess let me be clear on how I date people.
Okay.
Or at least how I want to date. Is yes, you may be paying for the dinner, or you're paying for us to go to the movies or bowling or eating, whatever. But you know me, I'm a gifts person. So if I saw something thoughtful that reminded me of you, I'm bringing that with me to the day. Or maybe I got you an outfit to wear to dinner because you're taking me out to dinner. So I'm the type of person that's like, I'm bringing you something thoughtful Or
But what if he
maybe-
like he love you every way you want to be loved, but he like, I just want you to get it sometimes. Like I want you to take me on a date sometime. Like I want you to.
I'm the type of person that I will do that, but I don't want to think that every time we get together, this
You
bill
don't know
is split
who.
in half.
You don't know who paying for it.
It's not.
It shouldn't be a
I'm not
question.
with that. Never
Unless
a question in my mind.
Babe, let me get that. You
Thank
picking
you.
It up.
That part right there. It
Got
should never
you.
be a
We
pause in
Who's
the
gonna
bill
get it?
sit down and we both looking at it like,
Who the fuck getting
no,
that?
nigga.
Yeah.
As soon as this get put down, grab that bill and pull
Yeah.
out your wallet.
It's your turn. I got
That's
it last
the type
time.
of relationship that I want.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. I'm very much a
You're a giver.
giver, planner. So don't get me wrong. If I say I want to take you out, I'm planning on paying for that. If I say I'm planning a date, we're going to go to this restaurant and then we're going to go to the movies. If I said that, I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
Which I don't have a problem with doing that because I'm a giving person. But if you tell me that we're going to go to such and such, you told me that, you better be paying for that. That was your idea. That was your plan. You don't know what's in my bank account. So you can't say, let's go to such and such.
Yeah.
And then you're asking me to pay for my way. Well, I'm not.
Nigga, if you, I'm sorry. You don't miss
We're
me
not-
with that bullshit.
We're not doing that at all.
With that motherfucking bullshit.
You tell me you're taking me out somewhere, you better be paying for it. Because
You
you
trying
don't
to
know
get
if
me-
I have enough money to do that. And I shouldn't have to explain to you
Yeah.
if I do or if I don't. So if you're going to ask somebody to go out somewhere or take them somewhere, the only time I can see that being you need to talk about finances if we're going on a trip. Like if you're asking me, hey, I want us to go on a trip. Okay, that involves some extra planning as far as like you taking off work or
Activities.
buying plane tickets and things like that. Then a financial conversation should be had. But if we're just going to dinner, we're going bowling, we're going skating, you should be paying for that. And it shouldn't even be a financial conversation. You can't ask somebody on a date and then expect them when they get there to.
My mama's always big
have.
on that. She'll say if you invite somebody somewhere, and it's total side character because it's not even just dating,
Mm-hmm.
but like she's always says that it's supposed to be like an unspoken. If you invite someone somewhere, then you're paying. Like,
Yeah.
you have the money. You only invite them if you have the funds to cover them.
And if
Yeah.
you don't, it should be discussed before
Yes.
you get to that place.
Agreed. Yeah.
As soon as people say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, but this would be you need to say that from the get-go when you're planning it, because some people may say, I know I already
See,
don't
I hate
have
that.
it.
And I hate when people
So
make
then
you
let
have
me
to say,
say
I ain't got
no
no money,
now.
I can't go. I hate when people make you have to say that, like discuss it or what's going on.
Yeah.
Am I paying? Who's doing what?
It's
Are
just
you
like when
inviting
you
me
make
and taking me?
an invitation to a birthday party.
Or RSVP.
If you're making an invitation to a birthday party, especially for kids, you're not expecting, if I plan a party at this jump place, that I'm expecting parents to come here and pay for their kids.
Yeah.
To me, it's the same exact way when
Yeah.
you're inviting somebody else to go somewhere.
Yeah.
You're not expecting that person to come and pay for something. You're expecting to pay for those things. And then
Yeah.
the people come and they bring you gifts and stuff like that. So I treat that the same way in my relationship. If you're inviting me to go on a date with you, I may bring something like, oh, thanks for thinking of me. When I was out, I thought about this of you. You said this was your favorite candy. I'm showing my appreciation and my love for you, but I'm not paying for what we're going to do. You asked me to go. That's wild. Unless I knew from the get-go, I want to do this, but I can't afford to pay for everybody. This is a spoken thing. Like, for instance, my parents' wedding anniversary. The place that we went to was a restaurant, but it was a one check type of restaurant. So because our party was so big,
Yeah, I
they were
remember you
only
telling-
going to take
telling-
one
yeah,
check,
telling us
one
that
form of
before.
payment.
Yeah.
So we told everybody that they still had to pay, because I think we had like at least 20 people there. We weren't paying for 20 people to eat, and the thing was like $45 per
A plate.
person.
Oh,
We're not
no.
doing that. But it was in the invitation that this is a one ticket place. Everybody does
Yeah.
have to pay for themselves. Before you come, you do need to send us your $45. Like, it
Yeah.
was explained. So nobody was sitting down thinking
An
we was all paying
intricate
for their
detail.
dinner and they was going to order all these
Yeah.
drinks on us. So I feel like you have to, because if somebody just sprung it on you, you would be pissed.
Yeah.
I ain't got
if
no
you
money.
went somewhere.
Bitch, we finna get it back and wash these dishes.
So I don't know why it's not clicking for other people. It's just,
Cause people wasn't rolls right.
Yeah.
They weren't rolls right.
They want what?
Rose.
They want Rose.
Right. Rose like that.
All right, so we just finished the part 2 of the All Things Gender Role episode. We hope we sparked some interesting conversations out there. But definitely let us know in the comments what you thought. What is your role? What role do you play? We want to know. Don't forget to hit us up on Instagram and TikTok. We post some interesting videos over there. You never know. Could be some behind the scene moments. And tell a friend to tell a what?
To tell a friend, to tell a homegirl, to tell a friend, to tell a barista.
Period.
So tune in and subscribe.
Okay.
To the Drip Dry motherfucking podcast.
In that order.
And in that order, as Mama D did.
Yes. So we hope to see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye. Perfection.
We do need another thumbnail.
Thumbnail it up, motherfucker.
Are we just holding up twos?
Oh, that'd be cute. Oh wait, no, to the side. Faith.
Sorry.
I feel like
I don't like this. What is this?
Like this shit was like. Face has me bugging.
But why are we doing
She
this?
was like,
That's what I was trying to
2.
figure it out. Oh, that's why I was trying to figure it out.
Like,
what the fuck?
I was like,
I don't know why.
oh
like I'm gonna do it, but why?
But why am I doing this?
That's that when you see somebody running, just run, don't ask no questions. That's what
Yeah, she's like, but why am I running?
the fuck am I? Okay.
You ready?
Okay.